Hi, everybody. I have some sweet solutions for you this holiday season, especially if you're doing trunk or treats at kids' school or children's events. We have to be cognizant of those allergies and we want to make sure that everybody's included. So, I have a few different items here, and I want to just talk to you about if you are in need of finding dairy free, gluten free, peanut free options for those Halloween treats. We have got you covered at ShopRite. Whether you want to have those trick-or-treats to give out, we have a lot of options for you in those individual serving sizes, lots of crunchy options. And then we also have in our bakery section a lot of nut-free and school-safe options, dairy-free, peanut-free, tree nut-free. So whatever you are looking for, if you want to kind of take the pressure off yourself to make something, we have a lot of different options in our different sections. You can also visit our dietary and lifestyle guides page where you can find and shop by your different dietary lifestyles. So if you want to shop by dairy-free, if you want to shop by plant-based, if you want to shop by gluten-free, we have got you covered there. We understand that wellness looks different for everybody, and we want to make sure that we are supporting you in that regardless of what it is that you are preparing for. Now, if you want to get a little bit more hands-on, or maybe you want a fun trick or treat Halloween food craft to do with your kids, this to me is a much sweeter version of carving pumpkins. So we are going to make some pumpkin pastries. So I'm going to start with the filling. We've got our Wholesome Pantry pumpkin right here. I'm going to put a whole can of that in. And pumpkin is just a really great ingredient in general because of the nutrient density. You've got that vitamin A and C. You've got that fun orange color. Then we're going to add a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Now, if for whatever reason, maybe you're making these for adults, or maybe, you have some grandparents who are involved in making this and you want to make it sugar-free for them, you can use a brown sugar substitute. Then we have 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And then you can use a regular, or I'm using a dairy-free whipped cream, not whipped cream, excuse me, a dairy-free cream cheese. So that way, again, we are keeping those lifestyle decisions conscious and in our brains. So I'm going to fold it together first, and then I'll just whisk it. And super simple filling. Again, you've got some sweetness in there, but this is a really nice thing maybe for, a Halloween brunch. If you're doing that at your child's school, this is a fun one to make. Or like I said, wait till you see what we're going to do with the pie portion of this, and that's going to make it really fun for a lifestyle-friendly Halloween treat. Just want to make sure that we are smoothing out that cream cheese in there. You can melt it in the microwave if you want to, but it's going to melt when we bake it in the oven, so it's okay if it's a little dispersed. Okay. All right. So now we're moving over to our pie crust. Now, if you look, most pie crusts are dairy-free. If you're keeping it, make sure you take a look. But if you want to make it dairy-free and gluten-free, just check out the frozen section of your ShopRite. And many of them have these gluten-free pizza doughs. So you can just defrost this and roll it out. And you could utilize the gluten-free pizza dough instead of the pie crust if you want to make this. Easy substitution. That's what it's all about. So I have my circle cutter here, and we're just going to cut as many circles as we can. If you are using the pie crust, it usually comes in a set of 2. You'll probably get about 6 or so out of the circle, and then you can re-roll. I believe I got about 9, and you have your little circles. So you're going to leave some circular and flat, and that's going to be your base. So we are going to take about, you don't want to overfill. You want to leave a little bit of an edge, and I'll show you why. So about a tablespoon or 2 of that filling, unless you want them to be a little more spooky, and we'll get into that in a second. And then what you're going to do with your other 2 is you could take a dull butter knife, depending on the age of the kids you're working with. You can also use maybe a corn poker or a toothpick, like those corn on the cob things. And instead of carving pumpkins, we are going to carve our dough. So we're going to make 2 little eyes. And you can save this. You can cut the little pieces and bake them as well. And they could be little dippers for any extra filling you might have. But I just find this to be a lot easier than cutting the pumpkins. And it's a lot more kid friendly, and you get to eat it afterwards. So make a nice little smile on him. Alrighty. And then you're going to take your jack-o'-lantern face and you are going to place it gently over your pie crust. And then you're going to take a fork and you're going to close that up. Now, the fun thing with these hand pies is you can definitely do the pumpkin, but you can get we have wonderful bowl and basket pie fillings in a lot of other flavors. So if you want to make different flavored hand pies, you can totally do that. All right, and after we have done the seam, I'm just kind of going to press it because we want that filling evenly distributed. And if you overfill, again, that's fine. When you press it down, you're just going to have some spillage, but it makes it a little bit more fun and Halloween-y. If you're keeping these egg-free, you can skip this part and just do a little dairy-free butter on top. But I just have a little bit of an egg wash here, which is egg and water. I'm just going to brush it, because that's going to make it a little bit more golden on top. But like I said, if you are making this free of the top 8 allergens, just skip this part. I do it all the time. I have a niece at home who is egg-free. We just do a little bit of butter to give it that golden crust. So you're going to complete your jack-o'-lanterns. They go into the oven at 350 degrees for about 15 to 17 minutes. And what you are left with are these adorable little jack-o'-lantern pumpkin pies. They're hand pies. They travel really well. And like I said, it's really fun because each kid can know which one is theirs. They can be creative with it, and they can have a lot of fun making something that is both edible in the Halloween spirit and very easy to substitute and make allergy friendly. As always, if you're having questions about substitutions, especially at the holiday time, we are here to help you. We have a lot of alternatives that are one-to-one, whether they are dairy-free options, like how I substituted the cream cheese, or whether they're gluten-free options, like we could substitute the pizza dough. We are here to help you, so never hesitate to reach out and ask for that assistance with whatever lifestyle that you need. Wellness needs to be your way at ShopRite, and we are always here to support that.